Okay, guys, we will let Coach open with a comment. Use the raise your hand function. We'll get to some questions.
Well, obviously, this was a really good win for our team. I was really concerned about this week. We had a lot of guys kind of beat up. A lot of guys had to miss practice. They had to really choose energy over their feelings in this game, and I was really pleased with the way we came out and played, especially in the first half, especially on defense. Um, we did a good job of controlling the ball on offense, and time of possession was great, but defense did a good job of getting them off the field, did a much better job on third down, did a good job of implementing what was a pretty new scheme for us to play against this team and their offense. And for the most part, I thought, did a really good job. So turnovers were, a big thing in the game. We were able to make some big plays and explosive plays on offense, but I thought their defense really played well, played hard. They were physical, they were tough, and it was a grind out there for us to. They played good zone, so it was harder for us to make big plays. But I think we did a really good job, and this is a good win for us. Obviously, probably the thing that I'm most disappointed in was, I thought we had too many penalties. Too many times we shot ourselves in the foot and stopped ourselves, taking away positive plays, whether it's a punt return or a 12-yard gain or whatever it is on offense, and putting ourselves behind the sticks. And that's something that we definitely need to improve on. But all in all, this was a good game for us. I think it's great to play at home, great to win on your birthday. So I was really happy about that present as much as any. And I think the bye week is coming at a really good time for us. We got a lot of guys that need to get healed up, and we got a lot of other guys that need to make some improvement. So when they're called on, they're going to be able to go out there and play and be effective as players. So it's kind of where it's at.
Okay, we'll start with Brett Hudson.
Hey, Coach, since this is such a different scheme y'all were facing this week defensively, how much of this performance is applicable to the future opponents you'll face? Or what about this can you take as a positive sign of development going to the future?
Well, I think it's a positive sign that the players were able to, um, do the things that were a little different and go out there and execute them well enough against a, pretty prolific passing team. I don't think they expected us to play the way we played, so that probably was a positive for us. We did a lot of research in the offseason on who played them well and who played that offense well, even at Washington State. And, we watched all the games this year, who struggled, why they struggled, and who played really well against them. And we try to take bits and pieces of all those things and put it together. We actually worked on this in fall camp, so I think that was beneficial. So it wasn't all new, for the players. But this is the way we played the game today. Is you're begging them to run the ball. Basically the way we played, and I don't think you can play against that. I don't think you can play that way against most teams. But I think the confidence that the players gain from going out there and getting a shutout in this day and age is a real positive thing for the defense.
Michael Casagrande.
Yeah, it seemed like the passing game struggled maybe a little bit early on, 4 for 8 to start the game. How do you think Mac recovered from that, and how do you think he played the rest of the game?
I think Mac made some good throws, made some big plays. I also think that the way they played a lot of soft zone, tried to take our deep routes away, and there were probably times in the game where we tried to tell them this may be a check down game at times. You can't force the deep throws, and the one could have been intercepted that they called it hit the ground, but this is a good defensive team, and I don't know, you can ask Mac, but he'd probably say this wasn't one of his best games, but he played well enough for us to win and score enough points to do that. And, I'm not disappointed in him at all. Are there things that he could have done better? I think yes. Did he linger on any mistakes that he made? Not at all, which I think is a real positive sign.
Go to Aaron Suttles.
Nick, the defense tackled really well tonight and seemed to respond pretty aggressively. Did you see that this week in practice, that confidence they played with tonight on defense?
Well, we sold the fact that, if you're going to play this game the way we played the game, you're going to have to break on the ball, you're going to have to vice the ball, and you're going to have to tackle well in space. And I think for the most part, we did a really good job of that, and we made him do it in practice. Of course, it's never the same in practice relative to the guys that you practice against, to thud the runners, to tackle high, to get more than one player there to clean it up, to attack the ball, try to get turnovers. So we did it. Players really responded well and did a good job of that.
We'll go to Charlie Potter.
Yeah, Coach, we saw Miller Forrestall and Fidarian Mathis and Malachi Moore leave with what looked like injuries, and then it also looked like Marcus Banks was in street clothes. Do you have updates on those guys?
Marcus Banks pulled his ham, but I think it's not that bad, but, it's hard to play his position when you're a cornerback and you're not 100%. So Miller Forrestall, was back in the game. He's a little nicked up. So is Slade Bolden. Malachi Moore got a stinger at the end of the game. I mean, I'm not going to give you an injury report if that's what you're looking for.
We'll go to Tony Sakalas.
Nick, what does it say about the resiliency of your offense that you're able to move the ball so well against the SEC's top defense without Jalen Waddle? And then we also saw him on the sidelines. How much of a boost did he provide to the team?
Well, I think it's always a boost for our team when Jalen's around. He's such a positive guy, and he's very supportive of his teammates and really a great team guy. So it's always good to have him around, and I'm sure it was uplifting for a lot of the guys to see him there and see he's okay and that he was, in support of them. So it was a good thing. So, but, we're going to have to play with Jalen Waddle for the rest of the season. And so I think other people have to step up. And I think we're going to have to get some consistent performance out of, a lot of players. Some guys, we've got to play some guys at the end of the game today, which I thought was good. But they got to step up and learn how to play too, and learn how to play fast, know what to do, know how to do it, know why it's important to do it that way. And hopefully we can get them some confidence. And this bye week is going to be, a point of emphasis is going to be get some of these guys where they can play winning football.
We'll finish up with Stephen Smith.
Coach, he was hurt last year, but Trey Sanders ran hard that second half, especially the fourth quarter. What does this do for his confidence moving forward?
Well, we have a lot of confidence in Trey. We think he's a really, really good player. And I think it was good for him to get out there and have some real positive runs, make some really good cuts, and have a really positive night from my standpoint. And I think that will help his confidence. And I think that that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about when I say we need more guys to be able to, step up and have roles on the team. So, B-Rob was a little nicked up tonight, so we were just kind of playing him on third down, trying to get him through the game and just spot play him. So